let's talk about the Snoo. My husband and I had 4 kids in 6 years, and we did not have the Snoo for our first 2, but we did have the Snoo for our second 2. So I'm just gonna go into the differences of what that looked like for us during the newborn months and why I do recommend getting the Snoo. Okay, let's get into it. My first 2 babies, we had the Halo bassinet next to our bed. It's just a regular old bassinet. So I'm thinking this in terms of like bassinet that doesn't move versus bassinet that moves, okay? Some people are really lucky and have a newborn baby that you can feed, and then set back down in a bassinet. Some people have babies that do that. That wasn't my experience, okay? My babies did not want to be set back down in the bassinet. Keep in mind that I had my first 2 babies in 2018 and 2020, and this didn't exist. 2022, when I had my 3rd baby, I remember it vividly. She was 5 weeks old, and I was like, I can't do this. And my sister used the Snoo with her 3rd baby. I had a friend that used the Snoo with her 2nd baby. It changed their life. And I said, I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't do this anymore. Baby won't let me set them down after I nurse them. And I don't want to be sleeping with them in the bed. I want them to be in a bassinet, swaddled in a bassinet. So I got the Snoo off Facebook Marketplace, used. It changed our life immediately. Okay? So my 3rd baby took a pacifier. So the combination of the Snoo with the pacifier, a dream. She would wake up, I would go pop the passy back in, and the Snoo would rock her back to sleep. With my 3rd, it let me extend sleep. It let us go with longer stretches. With my 3rd, the moment we got it, I could feed her and then set her back down, and it would help soothe her back to sleep. With my 4th, I could feed him and set him down. Keep in mind, I got the Snoo with my 3rd baby at 5 weeks old. Keep in mind that I have never had a newborn baby, a fresh baby, that would let me set them down in a bassinet until my 4th. Because I had never had the Snoo from birth. With my 4th, I could feed him and set him down. You guys, it was crazy. It was crazy to me. Now with my 4th, he didn't take a pacifier, okay? So the Snoo and the gentle rocking from the beginning allowed me to set him down and he would stay asleep. The Snoo did not put my son back to sleep. It did not have the ability to rock him back to sleep. That was not part of his deal. He said, no thanks, and that's fine. So I just nursed him every time he woke up. What I'll say is this, the Snoo is going to work differently for everybody. However, I don't know one single person who says, no, that wasn't worth it, I regret buying it. I don't know one single person that would say that. Because you're gonna resell it on Facebook Marketplace for almost what you paid for it. So if you do the math, it's free. It's free, and your baby isn't in your arms or in your bed with you when you want them to sleep safely in a bassinet next to you. So, do I recommend the Snoo? Yes. Yes, 100% I recommend the Snoo. Okay, now let's talk about naps. I did some naps in the Snoo when they're really little. Before 8 weeks, probably. I would be like, oh, I could shower. I could put baby in here. Babies, it's been, almost an hour wake window. Baby's getting sleepy, swaddle them, re-nurse them, to top them off, put them in the Snoo, I shower, and it worked. I didn't rely on the Snoo for naps, and that's why our transition out of the Snoo was painless. It was nothing to me to transition them out of the Snoo, okay? So because I did a video yesterday, I start introducing crib naps, swaddled crib naps at 8 weeks. The first nap of the day, 8 weeks swaddled in the crib. That way, they're not relying on the Snoo for a nap. Also, there comes a point, and I will say this, I don't want this to deter you from getting the Snoo. You need the Snoo. There comes a point where it just doesn't work anymore. It just doesn't work anymore. So when I said yesterday that around 4 months, I moved my son out of my room and into his crib, swaddled for bed, sleeping in his crib. Prior to that, leading up to that, he was still awake every hour in the Snoo. The Snoo is not magic. The Snoo helps tremendously in the first few weeks, but it ends up, for some, not working anymore. And it reaches a point, it's like, this is fucking pointless. This is fucking pointless. He's going to his crib, and I'm gonna go and nurse him every time in his crib because the Snoo clearly isn't working, and he's ready to be sleep trained. That's what tells me, as a mom to 4, he's up every hour. Do I think he needs to eat every hour? No. He can't connect to sleep cycles, and he's desperate for sleep, and he's up every hour. Okay, so that's how I know it's time to sleep train. We're gearing up for sleep training. So yes, the Snoo works in the beginning for newborns. It is such a game changer. The toll that lack of sleep takes on your mental health, especially as a first-time mom, is severe. Baby won't sleep off of you. The toll it can take on your mental health is extreme. So I would say it's worth every penny and more. Go on Facebook Marketplace and buy it used. Like, who gives a shit? Buy it used and resell it used and then make your money back. One thing that really PMO about the Snoo is that with my third baby, I could see all the data on the app. With my fourth baby, they changed it. So now you have to pay a subscription for the app, which is so annoying. But anyway, yeah, you just have to pay $10 a month to get the data on that. And like, you want it because like you want to see like what's working, but you don't want the data to control you because we're breezy and we don't care. We're cool about it. Baby's up every hour. Yeah, I really didn't need an app to tell me that because I was fucking there, awake, feeding him. You know what I mean? Like, don't let it. But it is nice to see, like, what time did he go to bed last night? That's nice to see. Don't overanalyze the data to the point where you're like stressing yourself out about it because we're cool. Okay, let me know what other questions you have. And that's it. Okay, bye. Oh God, okay, one last thing that I completely forgot. I still use a really good swaddle inside the Snoo swaddle. So the Snoo Happiest Baby comes with their own zip swaddle that you have to clip in and then you can I leave that clipped in to the machine and then I swaddle baby. I love the Ollie swaddle, but I would also recommend looking into the Best swaddle by Taking Care of Babies because they're very similar, but the Best doesn't make any sound. So get a really good swaddle on baby, then put baby in the Snoo and zip them up and off they go. Rocket ship to the moon. Okay, bye.